Good morning, YouTubers. It's the 11th of August, and I woke up this morning and my channel's been remonetized. I don't know why it was demonetized in the first place, and I haven't really had an explanation as to why it's now remonetized. But there it is, it's remonetized. So, not that it ever made any money anyway. I mean, it was 7,000 subscribers. It used to make less than $100 a month. Okay, and I got Lady Faith to set that up, and she gets that money anyway. Whatever. I don't think if it makes $75, you don't get paid anything anyway. But they save it. I think the minimum payout was $75 a month, and they'd save it till the following month if you didn't make it. So some months you only make $50. Anyway, all that went to Lady Faith anyway, so it's resumed. So Lady Faith, you can go to put petrol in her car or something. So I'm quite pleased about that. So that's back on. That is back on, everyone. So just thought I'd let you know that now. So for the future, it's all remonetized. Hopefully they'll tell me why one day. I mean, I really don't know what I did wrong. I had a little bit of music, copyright music on some videos, as you know, flight sim videos, but you can't monetize them anyway. It says it comes up, can't monetize copyright. Okay, great, fine. I'm cool with that. But this is a family channel, as you know. I've got my family on here. We've got old home videos and stuff on here, so there's nothing really that's... I did do some airgun shooting videos, but I've started a separate channel for that now. So that's a new channel that I'm doing called Airgun Reviewer, and I just talk about airguns and guns and stuff, all kinds of stuff that dudes are into. That's all over on that channel there. So that won't be on the family channel, which is this one. In the future, I might have a flight sim channel, but the computer's not that healthy at the moment. What happens as it evolves, the graphics get more and more demanding on your computer, and I've got the graphics turned right down to minimum now to get it to run properly. So hopefully I can upgrade it a little bit as time goes by. We'll see. So there's not that many flight sim videos coming on at the moment, but I should really start a separate channel just for flight sim videos, so the people that are into flight sim videos can go there and watch that, and just keep this channel for family channel for updates and just general stuff in everyday life. And it's just supporting Fiona's channel really, so you can get a little bit more background into who we are and what we're doing, where we are, and opinions and thoughts and general stuff from day to day. And yeah, it was quite a nice surprise to wake up this morning and see that. I dare say Lady Faith will be pleased. She's doing all right. She's near Gatwick Airport. So as I say, she's got a job as an air hostess, and she's got herself a little sports car, little convertible. Only a cheapie. It was only £700, I think, but the insurance hits her for £1,500 a year. So she's have to pay that monthly out of her wages. And of course, in the UK, you've got road tax. You have to pay road tax. I don't know how much road tax is in the UK. I'm sure there's a lot of people could put comments down below. It's a little 1600 street KA, street car. So I think the bigger the car is, you've got a big gas guzzling Range Rover like Prince Harry, you pay a fortune apparently. I mean, 10 years ago my boss had a Range Rover and he was paying $450 a year, just road tax. That didn't do anything for your vehicle at all. It's just tax that you have to pay on top of all the other taxes. The fuel's taxed, everything's taxed in the UK. There's so many taxes in the UK. So I think, and I might be wrong because I don't live in the UK, I haven't lived there for 14 years, but I think they've got a scale where the smaller the car, the less tax you pay, and the bigger the car, the bigger, more gas guzzler it is, the more you pay. I think that's how it works. I don't know. Anyway, she's happy, so any little money I get from YouTube that goes her way. Like I said, I'm very, very rarely ever hit $100 a month, just to give you a little bit of perspective there. And that all goes to her anyway. So that's that. What's happening for today? Well, my daughter-in-law's over. She popped in, saw me yesterday. I say daughter-in-law, they're not actually married. She's with my eldest son, Richard, and he they've been together 20 years. They're not actually married, but he's there you go. So it was really good to see her. She popped in and said hello, and she's down in this neck of the woods for a few days, I think. Flies back soon. But she gets out, so there's a bit of holiday in there. And her and Richard used to pop in every year, maybe a couple of times a year. And because they don't have any kids, so they just whiz about, go to Creek, go to Malta, go here and there. And why not? Why not? If you can afford it, if you got the money. It sounds like a good plan to me. In the meantime, Ben, who has been applying for the Royal Navy or the RFA online, has had no luck with the Royal Navy. Not because they've refused him, they just haven't. They're just dragging their knuckles on the floor, and it takes years to get in the Navy, by which time most people have got another job anyway. And when the Navy finally say, "Oh, so I'll come for an interview," they said, "I've got a job, mate, I'm sorted, don't worry about it, get someone else." And they go, "Oh," and they worry why their recruitment figures are the worst out of all the three services. You know, they're useless, they are useless, and if it reflects their ability to fight, God help the Royal Navy, because God help the country, because they're not fit for anything, are they? They've got 2 aircraft carriers. They broke one, and it's been in the repair place getting repaired. 25 million it cost to repair it, and they pulled it out. They got it going again. Took it back to Portsmouth, and my mate who lives in Portsmouth says, "Well, they've got no spares, have they?" So they're using the Prince of Wales for spares. Okay, every time the Queen Elizabeth breaks down, they take something off the Prince of Wales and stick it on the Queen Elizabeth. So then they order a new part for the Prince of Wales. So it's just sitting there. It's just a big box of spares, isn't it? What a waste of money. These people who are in charge are messed up. You do not build brand new aircraft carrier unless it's nuclear powered, right? If you can't afford a nuclear powered aircraft carrier, don't build one. Why not just build houses for the people? Because there's a housing shortage. That'd be better, wouldn't it? Don't you think? Or build more hospitals for all the sick people, because there's a lot of sick people out there on waiting lists, queuing up. You know, and by the time they say, "Oh, yeah, we're ready for your operation," oh, he's dead. Oh, is he? Oh, well, we'll cross him off the list, and that saves us a few quid. There you go. Don't buy a new aircraft carrier. Build another hospital or 2 hospitals in places where there's lots of people, where you can get the queues down, you know. It's common sense. You know, you employ politicians to run the country, you know, and they need to run it properly, not just become millionaires like Boris Johnson. Oh, I try to keep away from politics with this channel, by the way. I do not hold a political persuasion either way, but you know, they all become millionaires, don't they? And you can't help think, you know, in the days of Margaret Thatcher, you know, and I know she was loved and hated in her day, but I mean, the woman did sit there and work and think and come up with decisions, and whether she was right or wrong. I can't see Boris, can you? Sit burning the midnight oil, reading his papers and going through how he's running the country, because you know that guy was partying. He was on the Dom Perignon, wasn't he? And he probably was had his new missus in every which position, in every cabinet room in that building, and he got sacked in the end for partying all the way through COVID, when everyone else was getting busted and raided by the police because there's more than 2 people in your house. Boris is there, hey, having cocaine parties and drinking Dom Perignon and doing goodness knows what else. I'll leave that to your imagination. And no wonder his missus was pregnant every 5 minutes. And yeah, they threw him out for partying in the end. And he's probably a multi-millionaire now. Who knows? Who cares? But you know, that's the calibre of people we've got in charge in the country, and they should all be fired. That's my opinion, all of them. Don't care which party they're from, we should all fire them all and start again. And I don't think parties should be allowed to run the countries. They should all be independents. Every single one of them should be an independent, and they're not allowed to affiliate with anyone else. They've got to be independent and stand on their own feet and get voted in on their own standards and high points and low points or whatever. Yeah, I think that's a much better idea. Anyway, avoiding politics and religion, because I try to avoid both and just generalise about everything. Fiona's gone into Gibraltar today and this morning. She had to take a letter in to the passport office for Benjamin, because Benjamin might have a job. He's been applying for jobs on super yachts because he's got all his STCWs, all his qualifications. He was qualified pretty much to drive the dolphin boat. He was driving the dolphin boat. For me, I trained him up. He got all his qualifications for his skipper's licence, and unfortunately couldn't come and test him. I mean, he was driving the dolphin boat, parking it, doing the whole thing with 25 passengers on board under my supervision because I was the captain. And since I've gone on the sick, Tim's driving it, he's doing it all. And Ben's left, he's looking for work on super yachts. So that's the plan. So he's got to get a new passport, because his passport's all right for getting in and out of Gibraltar, but it's a bit tatty. But you know, airlines can be fussy. Oh, your passport's a bit tatty, isn't it? You need a new one. I'm not letting you on the plane. So he's had to go to the passport office and put the application in for a new passport. So that's where we are with that. So hopefully he'll get a new passport in the next week or two, and hopefully he'll get a job on a super yacht, because that's our intention. Because we just given up on the Royal Navy, okay? Given up. I mean, can you imagine if you ever call on the Royal Navy to fight? Oh, there's a bit of a fight coming up. Is there? Oh, haven't you got missiles and things? You can. We've got some missiles somewhere, haven't we, Captain? I don't know, number one. I think we might have some downstairs. We'll have to ask Scotty. Get on the phone, Scotty. Engineering. Have we got any missiles and things on the boat? Oh, no, sir. We left them all on the shore. They're too dangerous, they might go off, and then the ship will sink. Oh, well, I think we'd better go back and get them, don't you? Oh, and then they get back to port. I've come to pick up some missiles and things. And, Commander Barcelo, who's in charge of missiles, he's on holiday at the moment. Well, isn't there anybody else in charge of missiles while he's gone? No, they've been making cutbacks. They don't have spare people anymore. Well, when's Barcelo getting back from his holidays? I don't know. He didn't say. And we're supposed to back up America if there's a war. I mean, what are we going to do? Seriously. It's like Dad's army, isn't it? Oh, Captain Mannering! Don't panic! Don't panic! Fix bayonets! Yeah, that's about the size of it. Well, thank you for listening to my rant, and isn't it good news? The channel's been remonetized, so hopefully Lady Faith will have some more petrol for her little car. Thank you very much. I'll hope to make a video later when Fiona gets back, and I'll catch you later.